Welcome to this week's video email. It's World Nursery Rhyme Week next week, and I have to admit to a certain sense of tension in my thoughts about it. As a parent, I frequently shared nursery rhymes with my own children, which was eons ago now. Each child had their own favourites. 2 examples here. Sing a Song of Sixpence, containing an eager anticipation of the blackbirds swooping down and pecking off someone's nose. And my eldest had an inexplicable connection to Georgie Porgy Pudding and Pie, which I cringe about now, but those over-dramatic moments of slobby kisses, followed by drama queen crying, and then running away really quickly, were full of connection, laughter, and the joy of being together in those musical moments. But would I promote that nursery rhyme in particular today? Absolutely not. Just think of all the awful connotations around that one in particular. Musically, many traditional rhymes are actually quite challenging for very young voices to sing. The intervals are wide, the pitch range can stretch beyond what young children can comfortably manage, and the language often feels like it belongs to another time. Phrasing and vocabulary can feel distant from children's lived experience, and some of the imagery sits awkwardly in our multicultural contemporary world. I do feel that many of our nursery rhymes reflect a world that no longer matches the diversity of today's families and early years settings. But that's enough of the cons. What about the pros? I do feel very strongly that context always matters, and it's hugely important. For babies and very young infants, what we sing may not be as important as the fact that we sing at all. The melody, the gentle rhythm, the closeness are the things that support and nurture and nourish emotional security and social connection. The rhyme itself is simply providing a vehicle for human warmth. The timbre of the voice, the steady rhythm, the shared eye contact are what build attachment, language and emotional regulation. In those early interactions, therefore, even the quirkiest, and yes, at times inappropriate, rhyme could carry comfort and connection. Is exploiting the opportunity to share a positive musical experience, however dubious it may be, better than offering no musical experience at all? The issue, as I understand it, is that as children grow, they start to listen more closely. They ask questions, they notice words, roles and meanings, and sometimes they ask awkward and surprisingly profound questions about the content and context, by which time pausing to consider what our songs are saying about the world and about one another is possibly too late. We need to be doing that diligently before we share such learning opportunities with them in the first place. The questions we need to keep asking ourselves are whether the songs we pass on are still helping children make sense of the world they live in today. Perhaps the answer isn't to discard nursery rhymes, but to refresh our relationship with them. We need to keep enjoying their familiarity, whilst at the same time recognise their limits. We should keep the laughter and anticipation, but also invite new songs in, songs that reflect the richness of children's real experiences and the diversity of their worlds. Because ultimately, the opportunity to share a positive musical experience, whatever it may be, has to be better than no musical experience at all. And maybe that's the real legacy of World Nursery Rhyme Week. Not just remembering old and antiquated songs, but asking ourselves what the next generation's shared songs might sound like. Songs that celebrate the world as it is today and the children who are shaping its future. And perhaps, in doing so, we also recognise that children's shared songs today include other forms of media. From Bluey and SpongeBob SquarePants to Baby Shark, perhaps. Influences that simply didn't exist a few decades ago. I think we need to keep moving with the times, experimenting, adapting, taking the bits we can use and discarding the rest. Isn't that the way of progress with integrity? So, how musically intrepid or nursery rhyme relatedly adventurous are you going to be this coming week? In what little ways can we all contribute to making nursery rhymes valid, positive and meaningful experiences for all the young ones in our care? I'll leave you with that thought. Many thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.